Welcome on back, everybody. Wilde Willy here with the next episode of our Spirit Storm Summoner build in the Elden Ring Convergence mod. We are rocking our new fashion. I've got the Dreadnought helm on the Mausoleum Knight set. Actually, I might sacrifice a little bit of the fashion and go back to this just because it gives me more int and faith. So not terrible, not as cool, but we're gonna rock this for a bit. Next order of business is I got my new weapon, which I'll show off in a bit. Rancor Touch, our nice little skeletal fist weapon here, causes frost buildup, has a lovely Ash of War Rancor summoning, multiple scaling as you see, strength, dex, CC, and then int and faith are B and B. So we're going to keep working up our, might get one more point into strength here, and then I'm going to pump some more vigor, and then, you know, dumping the rest of my stats into intelligence and faith so that when the next set of spells come around, I'll be able to use them. But in terms of upgrades, it's upgraded to +5. That's the best I could do with the Sombers available. Same thing with the Prince of Death staff. The Tempest Caller staff is lagging a little behind at +4. So we'll work on getting that up because it takes like large Sombers or whatever. And this one is on to the next grade, these two. So we'll see if, you know, we can get that caught up. Let me just take those off, not using any of that. So we are going to head over to the Royal Capital. Let's see, that's probably either one of these is going to be close enough. So there's no seal anymore. You do still have to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel, or you can run right past him. So that's what we're gonna do. He does spam some lightning, might get hit by that. Hopefully, you know, shouldn't take us out. There's still the grace on the bridge walkway there leading into the capital. So we'll grab that and we'll head into the capital. And the goal with that is to run through the capital. I'm gonna show you another nice new Convergence Mod edition. If you're not familiar, you can skip right to the lift. So let's try to run past the golems without being seen. They do aggro more readily. I noticed that the golem outside the Dectus lift, I gave it my usual wide berth, and the archer golem still aggroed to me. So there is a little bit of a bigger radius in this game. Enemies are just a touch more aggressive. So there's our guy in his usual spot. I'm gonna see if I can't get him to start to walk forward. Nope, he ain't buying it. So like I said, just running right past. I'm gonna serpentine a little bit. Hope I don't get hit by lightning before I get to the grace. There you go. And then I'm just gonna rest to de-aggro him. There are gonna be a couple of pages as I come into the capital. They are fairly dangerous. You can see the new Ash of War on the Rancor Touch weapon. Nice ranged attack, should take them out. It's no longer the two, you know, like wandering noble foot soldier type dudes who don't even get up and you just like murder them or run right past them. Okay, that's good to know. For future runs where I don't have armor, I can grab the Lindell set right there. All right, and there's my page. We're having a duel. You're too late. He had the range, I had the damage. So here we go. Here's the latest and greatest edition. I want to heal up. Probably want to summon my boy too. So let's get him out. I don't know if he's gonna aggro to this thing in time, or if he's even gonna come play. All right, so plan B. Let's see how far away we can snipe this thing. All right, I can't reach. Can you? Let me stop locking on. Oop. And I'm dead. So it would have been helpful to go and grab the Grace. Let's try that again. I might just try to roll through the flames and then take them out. And I need to summon the elevator or I'm gonna die again. So how y'all doing? You like the fashion? This is quite honestly probably, you know, like we're gonna rock the set for the rest of the game. I might experiment with some different helmets. If I can find a good one that provides some synergy and looks good. Let's go back to my snipe and see what kind of range you have. I thought you had better range than the group. Oh, you do, and you come out quick. And I'm out of FP. Just needed that one extra cast, that's all. So I will grab the Site of Grace this time. Go ahead and rest. Let's switch back to this. There's a dude over there. One of the tree sentinel guys. Alright, so there are my runes. Don't remember how many I had. Yep, that still knocked me back, but goodbye. Oh, nope. Not enough to take you out. That'll kill you. Alright, so over here, we are just gonna run. Ooh, that's bad. Anybody gonna get on the elevator with me? This guy's famous for like backing around the corner. That's the second playthrough in a row I've had a perfumer do that. Alright, so let's see what's going on up here. See if it's our usual three guys. We got him. Little jump kick, and you're dead. 2-hit frost proc. Headbutt. Oh my goodness. So he's dead. I'm just gonna heal up because I don't have a ton of vigor. And let's see what we can do to you. Bang! Bang! And you're dead. Alright, who's next? First guy. Okay. Done with that. I think it might just be... Might have the scarab coming up. Yeah, I do. So let's see if we can take this guy out. And then it should turn into a big one. And you can see why I love the Ash of War. Alright, so that's a great Somber. I think that's what we need to upgrade our fists more. Going down, and that should bring us to the Grace. I think I'm going to pause the video at that point because it basically is just me running through the mountaintops to get to the one church at the southern end of the frozen lake to grab the Somber Bell Bearing and another sacred tier. In terms of golden seeds, my flask is maxed out. I have extra golden seeds. So you see 3 and 6, and then they're +9. Oh, wait, did I rest? Let me rest. I might not have all my flasks back. So let's see that again. 10 and 4, so that's full. And then there are 3 more sacred tiers that I can get. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video. I'll see you guys back in a bit. All right, I'm back for a minute. I made it to the top of the lift. I got through the Forbidden Lands to get up to the Mountaintops of the Giants. From here, I'm going to be getting the smithing bell bearing and then making my way over to the church. So I'm going to pause again. The one thing I wanted to remind people of is when you're running through the Forbidden Lands and you see the golden seed, make sure you double back on yourself kind of to the right. And there's the giant skull there, which used to have the Somber 7, and I believe, let's check inventory, it is a great Somber now to upgrade to +7. So I'm already over in Golden Seeds, so yeah, I'm just going to continue. See you again in a bit when I'm at the church. Okay, so next step in the process, I just grabbed the Somber Bell Bearing, but it also gave me the Zamor armor set. Int Arcane and Endurance increases magic damage. Int Arcane and Endurance by 2 and 1 and 1. And we got the Bell Bearing. So then I'm gonna proceed along. All right, coming back in again. I just crossed the bridge. I took out the golem. It was a long, ugly fight. And then I killed the scarab here, and I got my first colossal Somber. So let's take a peek at that. Get something up to +9, or at least +8 in our case. So I'm going to keep going. And so far, so good. All right, everybody, I'm back in. The run is complete. I just grabbed these 3 great Somber smithing stones up here on the hill outside of the Grace. I got another sacred tier, and I was able to grab another colossal somber out in the freezing lake. If you know where it is, you know where it is. If you don't, let me pull up the map and show it to you. It's going to be rightfully right here. And remember, you're going to have this unlocked. You don't have to ride past to get the map fragment. You're going to be able to just kind of right here in this funny little dip thing right before the church. There's going to be a lobster, and it's just going to be ground loot. You just have to sneak in and snatch it up. So next up, I'm just going to grab the grace here, proceed across, and work my way around to the max smithing upgrade here, and then down into the church for what should be the final sacred tier of the run to get Flask maximally upgraded. So I don't know, I'll keep you guys with me for this part. Might be some excitement. If not, you know, how y'all doing? Enjoying the mod so far. We got that. I'm gonna ride over and take the spirit spring up. I've been kind of doing this the old-fashioned way. Once you have a powerful enough weapon, you should be able to just, you know, like use the transporter, the teleporter system to fight the Earth Tree Guardians, and to move around that way too. So we might do a little bit of that before the end of this episode. This is looking a little different. I might not be able to get my max upgrade because I wasn't planning on going through here. And you can hit me from there. And I can hit you back. And hopefully you die and I don't. Alright, so I shouldn't be here yet. A little under leveled, not enough vigor. So we've accomplished what we wanted to do. Let's go back to our original transporter. Let me get rid of my mark because we're not going through there. We gotta apparently proceed through a dungeon to get to the other side, unless we take a teleporter. There is a teleporter available. South Mountaintops, foot of the forge. You can see where the teleporters are going to be. Like there's one here, for example. And then you can pick ones to travel to. So let's head back down over here. We can see the minor tree, the Earth Tree avatar is marked as dead. We'll just run around for a little bit. I'll do a couple in Limgrave just to open them up. And then we will go to the round table and upgrade weapons and catalyst some more. So Limgrave, let's do Stormhill. And remember, be ready for a fight when you get there. Some of them you have a little bit of time to like buff up. And this one you do not. I'm going to be relying on my Ash of War. He's frostbitten, so that should do a lot of damage. I'm just going to kite him. That should be enough, and down he goes. So now this is unlocked. We get more remnants, so we can craft some more of that. Got a little wonky in my Flask of Wondrous Physic. I didn't really have anything to put in there. I think I just gave myself like health regen. I forget. But now we can craft some more. We got a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I have a combat remnant that was left over. I still didn't think about what I was going to do with that. Do I want anything out of here? This, by the way, like if you were stuck in like lava, swamp, anything that would slow you down, like affect your movement speed, this would allow you to move through it at normal speed. So definitely useful to have for those types of areas. This might be a good one because I'm using a lot of the weapon art on the Ranker Fists. I know where I can pick up more of the enchanted sword, so let's go ahead and do that. Don't really feel like I want any of these right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. Let's see what we can get here. So more mixtures. This is the one I already got. Int and Faith. Int Arcane. Faith Arcane. Dex and Int. Strength Arcane. Strength Faith. Strength Int. You can have all these by the end, so I don't know that it hugely matters for these. Let's try this. This is what I ended up doing. Steadily restores HP. These are all kind of meh. Near death. Restores HP, FP, boosts FP. Steadily restores FP, halves FP consumption. And then these are the stamina ones. And this helps your allies. So this is going to be like the Taker's cameo, like when I attack things, it will restore HP or FP. What about here? So we have the Opaline, Crimson Whirl. That will negate one incoming hit. They still have the, yeah, they still have the Purifying Crystal tier. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Just so, you know, when the time comes, I have it already. And then I'm not scrambling around to try to find another one of those. Let's go back to... Let's go back to round table. And see what I can get for upgrades.
I took you for dinner, no matter, it's all out of your arms then.
Okay, so I do have great sombers for you. 6, 7, and then I can go 8 and 9. And so then the next batch would be, I need a large somber for you to get you to 6. And then I need great sombers there again. I can turn in the bell bearing and probably get the large somber or great. Let's go see what we can get for our bell bearing. So there's the smithing, there's the somber. Okay, so great smithing, I can go up to +9 now on all my smithing weapons. Because remember, EG sells an infinite supply of the regular smithing stones that get you up to +3. So now we can take any smithing weapon up to +9 out of 10. They don't go up to 25 anymore. All right, and that will get me up to +7. I felt like I need one of those for my Stormcaller staff. So let's pick up that and run back to Hugh.
Back over it, no matter.
Okay. You need large sombers. You are great. And you can get another great somber for you. I thought it was large. The large, I know where we can get it. That's just the out this tunnel. We have to beat the boss in there, and then we can pick that up. So we might do that next episode, so we can do the large sombers as well and get those guys caught up. We go get one more great somber, and then we'll look at what we got and kind of plan out where I want to go next. Let's go ahead and get a couple more of those because I know I'll need them in the future for my other staff. Probably should have gotten the other ones too.
Back all no matter.
Okay, so now that needs an ancient somber to get to +10. That needs a colossal somber to get to +9. And I still need one large, and then I have a great. I can buy another great. So we just need a large somber. Okay. And I wonder if that would. I wonder if the 5. Well, we can't get to that because that's different. We might try running real quick. Just to the top of, like, going over here to Mount Gelmir and seeing if I can run up and over to the ladder and run up past the abductor virgins to grab what normally is a somber 6. I feel like that should be a large somber, in which case I can get my Stormcaller catalyst up some more. Sneak over this way, per usual. Let's see if I can get up in time. Oh, this is going to be a little close when the blades come up. I'm good. Riveting gameplay. I know, folks. I know. Very exciting. Watch that guy get clobbered. Pick up 440 runes. Could you imagine doing this in real life? That would not be a fun climb. I'd be like, I'd ride around. Can I ride around? Well, let's just grab the grace, loot the graveyard, see what we get up in the chair by the doggo, and then we'll call it an episode. I think the Convergence mod has reworked Farum. So definitely want to visit there. It's reworked the Howling Tree. Not sure I want to go there, but I do want to see it. Great Somber. Okay. I think that's what we need, right? I do want to see some of the reworked areas, and I do want to obviously need to revisit some of the legacy dungeons to get our first keystone of the forge. Well, let's go back to round table. I'm gonna upgrade the staff on my own. Let's just talk about what we'll do in the next episode. So we can go tackle Castle Morn. There's the whole outside area before you get into the castle proper. Should be leveled okay for that. I kind of want to save Stormvale because I know it's got more of the Stormcaller stuff, so I want to kind of get the Stormcaller caught up before I try to go through there, try to find a weapon we can use to showcase going through there. And then our other option is going through Raya Lucaria. And another reason to go through these 3 locations is 2 of the 3 I know where the imbued sword key is, or at least I knew where it was. And hopefully we can go and grab that. So I think we're going to go ahead and do Raya Lucaria. I think that should be a nice challenge. And, you know, get the imbued sword key, see how far we can get through the castle. So that's going to do it for this episode. See you in the next one.